Hey there guys. Okay, so I wanted to create some more little table risers, but I wanted to use a different technique this time. So I'm going to be using foils. So I've got these two pieces of scrap wood I just found in my garage in my husband's stash. And I'm just going to start gluing on these little wooden feet that I have. I found these at Hobby Lobby in the unfinished wood section. They also have some on Amazon, and so I will link everything in the description of this video. They're just so easy just to glue right on. I'm using Titebond glue, and I don't measure, but I kind of bring them in an inch from each edge. So I'll go ahead and get these, both of these done, and we'll move along. Okay, I'm now just going to flip them over, and then we're going to start painting. Now you don't have to set yours up like this. The only reason I'm doing that is because I am planning on foiling the feet, and so I'm going to have adhesive on the feet, and so I don't want it touching the table. So I'm just going to start painting with some white paint. Now I'm feeling of this wood because some of these cut pieces or scrap pieces, can be kind of rough on the edges. And I did sand them with a rotary sander. I think the edges were a bit rough. And then I just want my surface to be smooth, especially if I'm going to be using foil. So it depends on the foil as to what color paint you use. Now I know one of the foils is kind of like a marble, a light marble. And the other one, I'm not sure. It looks kind of gray. I've never used it, so I'm not sure. But I'm just going to go ahead and paint them both white, and then I can decide later if I need to repaint the one. But I'm going to give them 2 coats of paint, and I'm going to paint the feet as well. So I'll just speed through that, and then we can get to the foil adhesive. Now you do want to make sure that your paint is good and dry before you start putting on the adhesive. Okay, so now that I have them both done, I am going to start putting the adhesive on the feet because I'm thinking I'm going to foil those as well. And so using a small artist brush, I'm just going to brush on 1 coat of the adhesive. Okay, so let me just go through that, and then we will put the adhesive on the top. Okay, I'm flipped them back over, and I'm starting off with a small brush, and I'm just gonna start with the edges. So and you wanna make sure that you get it really good and covered. So take your time with this part and just, make sure you're not leaving any gaps. And so I'm gonna go all the way around the edges, and then I'll use a little bit bigger brush, and we'll do the tops. Okay, so I've got a little bit bigger brush, and I'm just going to start brushing it on the top. And I probably could have used an even bigger brush. The thing with this adhesive is it does show brush strokes. So you want to use a soft synthetic brush, or maybe even a sponge brush. And use a brush big enough, for the surface. Sometimes the bigger the brush, the less brush strokes that can be seen. But anyway, I'm just going to try to even them out and smooth it out. This adhesive is a little thick, so I'm kind of pressing down on my brush too to kind of spread it evenly. And again, I'm taking my time because I want to make sure I get good coverage here. And I don't worry about the brush strokes too much because I am going to use resin on the top of this, and resin will even out any of those imperfections from the brush strokes. And so you want to finish off with long, even brush strokes at the very end, just to make sure they're nice and blended in. So I'm going to brush the adhesive on the other piece of wood, and then we are going to let that dry for at least 24 hours. Okay, it has been 24 hours and my adhesive is dry. I usually like to wait a little longer than 24 hours when I'm down in my basement and it's kind of humid. But anyway, I did not hit record when I was putting the foil on the first piece of wood. And what you also weren't able to see is as I removed the foil from that first piece of wood, it accidentally hit the second piece. So if you notice right in the middle of that board, there is a streak going through where some of the foil that was remaining got onto this piece. So I knew right then that my foil would not stick in that area. But I wanted to go ahead and show you how I put the foil on. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm trying to decide the best way because this board's a little longer. So I went the length of the foil. I let it stick to the end right there, and then I just laid it down. Now again, I know I've told you guys that you will have wrinkles. You know, it's okay. You could have, or I could have back rolled this and did it a little bit slower. But, you know, I've just learned that the wrinkles are okay, that you can cover them up and you can't even notice. So once you get the paper stuck, I just cut away some of the excess just so it'd be a little bit easier for me to rub it on. Now I started with my toothbrush, and this toothbrush is really too soft to be using for this, but it worked okay. It worked pretty well for the other piece. This one was a bit harder to get off. So I went around the edges with the toothbrush, and then I moved on to something else. I tried to find a stiffer paintbrush, but what I ended up finding was this little tool that came with a window film. So it's kind of like a squeegee, but it has little bitty tiny teeth on it that are really firm. So I started using that, and that did really well because it was just a lot harder to get this foil to transfer. So I'm just going to continue on with this, and I know that I'm going to have to reapply adhesive to this, and I'm going to have to wait another 24 hours. So I'm just going to go ahead and get it on the best I can. Now here I'm going to go ahead and foil a couple of the feet for you. I just wrapped it around, again took the toothbrush and just scrubbed it on. And honestly, I ended up getting that little squeegee thing again. So, and I will show you how I'm just going to brush adhesive over the foil and start over. So here I'm pulling it back to, make sure that it is transferring. Now, remember when I talked about painting your surface first, depending on the foil? If I had painted this black or silver, because there's a lot of silver in this piece, I don't know if you can see it, but it would have looked a lot better. Since I painted it white, that kind of, the pieces that where the foil is missing really stands out. So anyway, I'll be able to fix all that, but it just would have been easier for me if I had painted it black. But that's how we learn, right? And so hopefully my mistake will help you guys not to do the same. So here I'm just filling in some of those areas, where the foil didn't take. But so I'm just going to, like I said, do the best I can here because I know it's not going to stick in that strip where the other foil touched it. So that is something else I learned. I thought I was doing good to do, 2 at a time. And next time, if I decide to do more than 1 at a time, I'm going to give myself enough room to work with the foil, because that adhesive is very tacky and the foil will cling very quickly. So now I'm going back to show you how I resined that first one. So I'm just filling up my cups with the resin. So there's, again, it's epoxy resin. There's a part A and a part B, and you get equal amounts of both, and you stir it up for I usually do it 3.5 minutes, and then I start to pour. Now, as I'm stirring, I'm scraping the sides really well and the bottom, and I stir slowly. So now I'm just going to start pouring it out. Now I'm just going up and down long ways, and then I go back and forth across. Just kind of getting enough on the board that I can smooth it out with my hands. So you want to make sure you have good lighting here, so you can just rub it all on. Make sure you get it nice and covered, and make sure, just kind of look at it in the light to make sure you're not having any little spots where you've missed. Now I will rub it along the sides as well and just smooth it out. Now you don't have to get it completely smooth. Resin self-levels, and so you'll just need to make sure that it is sitting on something level so that your resin will cure evenly and not roll to one side. You could also tape the bottom of your board before you started resining, but I just usually kind of rub my hands under it, and just because it will drip underneath. But if you don't prevent all the drips, they're easy to just heat up with a heat gun and slice off with an X-Acto knife. So it's really not that big of a deal. But I just continue to go all the way around and make sure it's nice and smooth. Now I'm gonna just take my heat gun and pop the bubbles that have formed. So I just I don't hold it in one place too long, just kind of go around the whole entire piece, and then I'm going to cover it up and let it sit overnight. Okay, so it's the next day, and this is what we have. I think it turned out really well. I'm always so excited to see what the resin piece turned out like. I just think it's beautiful. I love it, and see how glossy of a finish. Now I will probably paint that underside one last time, and then seal with just maybe a satin top coat. But I did want to show you real quick how I plan on fixing this board. So if you remember, the foil from the other one got stuck right there, and it just went straight across the board. And so the black and silver foil, of course, did not stick right there. So instead of painting, I could paint the entire thing and do something totally different. But I am just going to show you how you can fix a foiled piece if something like this happens, or if the foil didn't come off well enough or as well as you would have liked. So I'm just going to brush on another coat of adhesive over the entire piece, and again I'm going to let it sit for at least 24 hours, and then I will use that same foil and apply it again, and hope that I have better success this time. I have a good feeling about it, so fingers crossed. But okay guys, that's it. I love how the marble foil turned out, and I hope it has inspired you to try to make one of these of your own. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see you next time.